Hello, this is Anthony again. I know the last time we talked, I made a video on the maintenance of my aircraft. I got a lot of comments from people. A lot of people said, hey, maybe you should get rid of the airplane because you can't afford it, right? And I had to let people know, look, it ain't a matter of affordability. It's a matter of, do I want to be overcharged for something when I know I shouldn't be able to charge for it? I mean, I can afford my airplane, and the reason why I can afford, I can afford my GMC Denali Duramax truck. I can afford my Mercedes-Benz EQV. I can afford my Mercedes-Benz S63, and I can afford my Mercedes-Benz AMG GT-R. So, paying for a plane. The first reason is because laying here on the ground is some Bendix magnetos. The mechanic that was working on the plane wanted to rebuild these magnetos, but he couldn't find the parts. And I asked him, I said, why don't you just send them off and let them be done by a professional? But he was hell-bent on trying to rebuild them himself, but the parts wouldn't come in. So I sent them off. The magneto company said, hey, these magnetos aren't any good and they need to be replaced. So I bought new magnetos. But the mechanic told me, hey, why don't you get slick magnetos? And I asked the magneto company about slick magnetos, and they told me, hey, you don't need slick magnetos. Is you need to put the regular magnetos back in the plane that came out of the plane. That was the number one reason. The other reason, we had questions about some other stuff too, but then, I have a couple of things. I have a Mercedes S63, a Mercedes AMG GT-R, a Mercedes electric vehicle, and then when I would drive up to the airport, maybe he saw this stuff and figured, hey man, this guy got a little bit of money, and I'll just go ahead and rape him. So I wouldn't let him do it. And that's the end of that. Thank you. So paying for the plane ain't as big of a deal as people are making it out to be. It's just, is that something I want to do? Do I want to pay and let somebody overcharge me for something? Thank you. Okay, this is the moment everybody been waiting on. Here's the bill. Here's the hours that they billed me. In blue, I had an independent person come in and tell me how much time it should have taken to do some of this stuff. The reason I'm putting this on here is because this is what I'm presenting in court. I do have a court date on the 23rd of this month. And something else that we should talk about real quick is when I went in and asked this guy to do the annual, one of the things we talked about is I said, hey man, hopefully this will be a reasonable price annual. Everything has been done that needs to be done. And I'm not looking to be paying no $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 for an annual. He said, don't worry about it. You won't be paying that. We specifically said that. So I know if I told him that and he said we wouldn't, then how can he come up with this right here? And this is the adjusted amount. This is after I negotiated with them to get it down, because the labor went down from 12,000 and some change to 11,000 and change. So this is after the negotiation. So I just want to make this real clear. I want y'all to be able to see this really, really clear. And you tell me, look, these are the dates that they said they worked, the hours, and they went from $115 an hour to $100 an hour. This is the adjusted bill. And I just want everybody to take a look at the adjusted bill and the amount of hours that a mechanic told me it should take. So now you have the bill, you can analyze it, send me what you think, and that way, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I need to pay them. You let me know.